Lowland League make U-turn over Celtic, Hearts, and RangersB teams. Plans to admit Celtic, Hearts, and RangersB teams to a divided Lowland League were waved through after a casting vote by the league chairman. Asked to change their rules to accommodate all three in a 19-team league, SLFL sides recently voted against a proposal by a margin of 13-3. The preference of the Lowland League sides was to accept two of the three and reject one. Faced with an ultimatum to either admit all three or none at all, however, teams from the fifth tier held another vote on Monday night. And, after an 8-8 split, league chairman Thomas Brown voted yes in return for the promise of a review of the pyramid structure by the SFA and SPFL. Celtic, Hearts and Rangers are willing to pay £40,000 each for entry, with the £120,000 split evenly between the other 16 clubs. Rejecting accusations of money grabbing, however, a club source told Sportsmail that the target for the Lowland League teams is the abolition of the promotion playoff against a bottom team from League 2, Team 42, in return for accepting the 3B teams. Any proposal along those lines would spark ferocious opposition from the current teams in League 2. In a statement, however, the SFA confirmed plans for the Pyramid Working Group to review the current pyramid structure in order to find a long-term pathway for players between the ages of 17 and 21. With no reserve league in operation in Scotland, concern is growing over the future of academy players. And, while Celtic, Hearts, and Rangers fielding B teams in the Lowland League is a short-term solution, the Pyramid Working Group will be asked to come up with a more permanent plan ahead of season 2023-24. Forced to make the casting vote after a split on the issue amongst member clubs, Lowland League chairman Thomas Brown said, "We were always open to the inclusion of guest clubs for a further season given the successful player development outcomes from last year's pilot. We want to be a modern and progressive league, and we are excited to be playing our part in the ecosystem that develops Scotland's talent. Importantly, we now look forward to working with the Scottish FA, the SPFL and our friends in the Pyramid to create some new solutions to some existing challenges which will provide a bright future at all levels of our game." SFA Chief Executive Ian Maxwell made a personal appeal to Lowland League clubs to accept the Premiership Colts sides and said, "We are delighted that the Lowland League clubs have approved the participation of 3 guest clubs for the forthcoming season. The Scottish FA supports the principle of elite player development and particularly providing opportunities for talented players in the key transition years from 17 to 21. The Scottish FA will oversee a discussion in parallel to propose and implement a long-term plan with the objectives of optimizing the pyramid, which has been a resounding success in Scottish football, harnessing the player pathway and accelerating the development of the country's most talented young players through the national youth teams to the full international stage." League sources favor a speedy review by the Pyramid Working Group in order to propose change to promotion and relegation rules before vested interests kick in midway through a season. SPFL Chief Executive Neil Doncaster said, "It is hugely encouraging to see such a joined-up and collaborative approach being adopted in such a vital area of our game. There are few more exciting things in football than watching the development of homegrown talent, and it's extremely encouraging that the Lowland League has agreed to assist our clubs on a temporary basis for season 2022-23. The SPFL will commit our energies to a process that will explore options and, hopefully, allow us to move forward various aspects of our game for the benefit of our 42 member clubs and Scottish football as a whole."